Well, if you're like me, you grew up on 4chan, and looks like they didn't update their PHP, and somebody hacked it. It's down. It might be gone forever. A lot of the files have all been deleted, and we don't know exactly what went on, but we're going to cover it as best we possibly can, as the entire internet is talking about this morning. It gets pretty interesting, and we cover all of the entertainment news. Now, this is interesting for most people because this was originally like a weeb site. So if you were into anime and manga and stuff like that back in the early 2000s, I am one of those, you might have gone on 4chan to start talking about those kind of things. Of course, there's all sorts of other boards and a bunch of degeneracy that followed right after that because that tends to happen. And then there's B. We don't talk about B. We're just not even going to go there. It's not a thing. As we all became more refined and adults, we might have graduated to Paul, which is /POL, politically incorrect, where we went on there. And of course, that is if you look at the news outlets that are reporting this today, other than Fandom Pulse, which is where we write our entertainment news, they talk about how it's an extreme right breeding ground. It's very funny stuff. When you read the mainstream news, maybe we'll look at a couple of those articles whenever they talk about 4chan. Now, the news always falls for pranks that happen on 4chan. They have been going off on them for years. One of the funniest ones I ever remember, and one of the biggest ones that 4chan did, was the OK sign. You remember the OK sign where you hold up your thumb and index finger in a circle, and then you put three fingers up and you go, "I'm okay." Well, 4chan pranked and said that it actually stands for white power. And the internet went ballistic with it. All the news agencies reported it as if it were an actual real thing. They started going crazy. They banned somebody from a baseball game from for making the OK sign. It was utterly ridiculous how things go. And many pranks like that went on over the years. One of the best things was Shia LaBeouf, the actor, made the "He Will Not Divide Us" thing, anti-Trump crap at the beginning of the first of the three Trump terms that we've had for presidency so far. And he would put up these flags all around the country, like in different locations, about, resist and all this crap. And channers would find it. They'd track it down. They'd get that flag taken down and own Hollywood in the process. The power of weaponized autism, as we like to call it back in the day. So lots of fun stuff happened on there. I'd say over the last few years, it's been changed a little bit. It's now kind of shills and bots, and there's less. You get less interesting information on there. You get less interesting conspiracy theories, which all ended up to be true from the old ones. And so it definitely has been taken over to some degree. But it still has had its influence over the years. So this morning it went down, and there was a hack attack on this. It's gone, and all this information leaked from the 4chan site, from a bunch of moderators got leaked. They got doxxed and stuff like that. We're not going to put up any of that type of stuff, but we will show a little bit of the fun stuff here. This is red countries are considered bot countries by 4chan per the leaked PHP. So as you can see, USA, Canada, Mexico, not so much bot countries. So there's we got it. Well, I guess there's one country in South America that's not a bot country. That's about it. Most of them are. That's Paraguay. That's not for some reason. Then you got Spain, France, Germany, but you got almost all of Asia, Russia, almost all of Africa are also bot countries. And of course, Greenland, until it gets annexed by the United States, will also be known as a bot country. So there you go. On the 4chan stuff. So this is what Mr. Mediker says about the debacle. Site run on outdated shit not updated in a decade. Deepest access possible. Jannies are literal trannies and obese Redditors. Private ban reasons. Some of the staff even used EDU emails. So this is pretty funny. Now, it was an anonymous website for a reason, because people didn't want to be associated with it. The original owner actually stepped down and stepped back from it because he was so scared of all this stuff. And it's really, really funny that there's EDU jannies on there because those are people that work at colleges and the like. And so they're literally employed by the academic institutions on this website. Very, very funny stuff. Hackers didn't just break their mops. They shoved them up their asses, is what he says on this right here. And here's some of the stuff that they were showing from the background. You can see you will not post the following outside of B, troll posts, etc. They were there, but there's private reasons. So there's public reasons for the bans, and then there's private ones, 100 plus posts calling people different things. Do not lift. I guess, and that's from /news. Now, on poll, you get that pretty much every single post, so I don't know how that'd get you banned on that front. Gator Gamer said this about it. He says, "Where were you when 4chan die? I was at house eating Dorito when phone ring. 4chan is kill. No." Pretty funny. And so when you look at what things are going right now, of course, everybody's kind of talking about this. They just show a big fire. Chicken Jockey could be the last thing ever posted on 4chan. And this is pretty funny. This is the last post ever to the site. If you guys didn't see it this morning, somebody asked what's going on, and Chicken Jockey. That's it. That was the last thing that was ever said on 4chan, and it might be it from this point forward. That's pretty funny at this deal. 4chan screen cap posters after the site went down. Yeah, this is pretty fun. There's a lot of accounts that literally just exist on X to post screen caps of 4chan, and that's pretty funny on this. Now, this has been going around. I don't know if this is real or not, but they say that the politically incorrect statistics from country posting had a lot of Israel, a lot more Israel posts than every other country, almost double the United States. I don't know if that's true, but of course they would say that. It's pretty funny stuff. They say, of course, the jannies had private reasons to ban people. It's hilarious. Shows how much power-tripping idiots they are. Hero, after taking ownership, literally did nothing to improve the site. Moot should have thought of that twice. Who would succeed him? Yes. 4chan just died, and it was all a federal government honeypot the whole time. Yes. Well, yes, it kind of was. Now, of course, 4chan had copycat sites, 8chan and the like, which have also been federal government honeypots at the time. But it's gone. The only thing that seems to be surviving from the old internet age at this point is the Kiwi farms. The Kiwi farms, despite getting deplatformed several times by Cloudflare, getting massive attacks, and of course got CNN recognition from Keffels. If you guys remember all that, as Keffels tried to take it down just a couple of years back now, still there, still exists, and for some reason it just won't die. Meanwhile, 4chan seems to be dead and gone. Who knows if it'll actually come back or what's going to happen? It's an old era of the internet. Times have changed, my friends. Everything's now like corporate and algorithm driven. It's so painful. I really am getting pretty black-pilled on the way that all these companies are kind of doing this at this point. They don't show you what you want in your feed. You could subscribe to things like this channel, which I appreciate those that do. Of course, it does help when people post that, but it doesn't always show things. Sometimes it's just gone. It might just be off into the abyss, and it sucks because it's like I know a lot of people like to watch this channel. It's just not getting served at this point, and that's all YouTube. Nothing's changed in terms of click-through rates or anything like that, just the amount that it's getting served from it directly. And this happens on Instagram and all the other sites as well. Facebook's tough. It's like you can't even see what's happening with your friends. It's like an anti-social network, social network sort of situation where we're at for all of these websites. It's really, really sad. And that's why I'm trying to move everybody to Substack. Substack's pretty good right here. We're writing a bunch of different stories every single day about pop culture, what's going on in the culture and the like, and of course trying to push back against mainstream entertainment. And Substack allows free speech and also allows me to just directly connect with you, which is very important. So that way you never lose us. We always are here. We're just an email click away. Grab this in the description below, guys, and sign up today. And if you want to support us, of course, we appreciate everybody who does. You can sign up and pay $5 a month, and it keeps us going without any ads, without any corporate stuff. Really, really useful, so we can keep reporting the truth in news that's going on that nobody else will, because nobody else is going to talk about this. I did mention that the mainstream was going to talk about this a little bit, and here's what I found on the mainstream about the shutdown this morning. And like I said, you just look up right wing. Oh, there it is, a breeding ground for the far right. There you go. This is how they try to fearmonger with this stuff. This is Newsweek. You can't make this stuff up, guys. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Do you think the site's going to go back up, and do you think it'll ever be the same? Hit the like and subscribe button. Give us some of your reminiscing about the old internet days. I miss those days, guys. Don't you? And I appreciate you being here. We'll be back soon.